Good morning to all. I am Dr.Mahaboobali, Assistant Professor of Biotechnology, Islamic College, Vanimbadi. Today, let us talk about ecological risk assessment. The ecological risk assessment is one of the important assessment by environmental and environment affairs and environment authorities, because nowadays the chemicals, biochemicals and high risk factors which eliminate from the factories, which affect to the all biota, plants and animals. So the government of India and other foreign countries nowadays take very much interest for given the permission for EIA. What is EIA? Environment Impact Assessment. Environment Impact Assessment is the study about the factors and what are the pollution available in that area, soil condition and other things can study and give the policy or proposal or project to the government for give the betterment of environment. The EIA concern nowadays take another step. It is a very important step for getting ecological risk assessment. Already I wrote this important points in at the notice board, at the blackboard. Now the synopsis of the ERA, Ecological Risk Assessment. Introduction about ERA. The 20th century, most of the civilization, peoples and society for taking more and more compartments. They are very much interested for purchase car, motorcycle and other transport materials which provide more pollution, air pollution. And some industries like fertilizer industries, like leather industries, like petrochemical engineers, petrochemical industries, and so many industries connect on the waste treatment into the river. Particularly in the river, the fishes are very much affected. The fishes, they are living their own biota. They are living in their own biota. The fish-eating mammals and fish-eating birds can affect more and more by the pollution of the wastewater. So the risk factors is affected their blood and their young ones. Nowadays, the government of India insists that the planning or project of any kind of EIA should get ecological risk assessment from the higher authorities. So, how measuring the ecological risk assessment? It is very simple methods for analyzing blood sample and take blood sample from the birds or mammals. We can take the samples at the laboratory to analysis various physiological and biochemical analysis. Then what are the risk assessment? Mainly the risk assessment classified 4 types. Number 1 is hazard identification. The assessment team went to the area, they collect the wastewater from the industries, and they are very much careful analysis about the wastewater from the industry. Most of the industries are produce the exposure or disposal of waste. It consists of so many chemicals, inorganic and organic chemicals, which lead effects of the respiration and the digestive system, nervous system, and the blood circulatory system. So, risk assessment classified 4 types. How the hazard identification can measuring by the ecological risk assessment peoples. Number 1 is they take the sample. The sample appearance have been gray listed. They have categorically 2 types of analysis. Number 1 is gray list. Number 2 is black list. The chemicals consist of more in zinc, copper, nickel, chromium, uranium, or comes under the gray list. Next, black list. The identification of hazard by the black list are examples of organophosphorus, mercury. So many mercury factories are making hazardous to the health. For example, the mercury factories are abundant in the Japan. The mercury are affected the children. That is called Minimata disease. Minimata disease. It is a skin disease. Minimata disease by the inhaling or intake of mercury containing water. So, the ecological risk assessment classified the hazard identification by the gray list: zinc, copper, nickel, chromium, uranium. How much chromium, how much zinc, how much copper available in the contamination of the water can analysis in the ecological laboratory. The same time black list. They have to carefully do the practical in the laboratory by using some wastewater consists of how much organophosphorus, how much mercury. It can be give the proposal to the EIA. Next, toxicity assessment. Next, third one is toxicity assessment. The McKinney and Layton, the 2 gentlemen in 1986, explained about the toxicity assessment. That is nothing but exposure 1 by 70 years. They have to calculate 1 by 70 years, 70 by 0, 1 by BWT and NP, sigma A, IN to T and F to A and DT. This formula can apply for the exposure assessment. Next, risk characterization. How the risk characterization? Sometimes it is damage for even teeth, even the reproductive system of the mammals and birds. That's why the birds population have been decreased some area. The Cathan and the Marcus, the 2 gentlemen 1984, give the equation about PR sigma ECRP is the equation which give the risk characterization of the risk assessment. My dear peoples, my dear students, you must carefully handle the environment, and we protect our environment by the way of various methodology. It is a new methodology for given our country which help for various biota like plants and animals, physiological activities. So, the risk can be analysis by the various methodology and various terminology is more useful for the control of pollution. The EIA is another very important subject, environmental impact assessment. The environmental impact assessment is just identify and category of the area and also the biota and the mitigating and participating and giving the correct idea or correct assessment to the policymaker or the various governments. It is advice for the environmental engineers and environmental assessment peoples. So the EIA is a very important role for various categorically. They are separated, and how can the EIA is approach, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages, I will give next video. So thanking for watching. Thank you. Please subscribe.